work to identify the reason for the delays and implement measures to expedite the process. Riza said one of the reasons for delays include cancellations after a hearing has already been scheduled. To address this, added efforts will be undertaken to identify the reason for cancellations and reduce cancellations. The ceremony included the official recognition of a long-serving judge for the honorable retirement from service. The annual ceremony to inaugurate the judicial year reflects on the achievements of the judiciary over the past year and sets goals for the upcoming year. For the past 8 years, special events have been organized to mark the inauguration of the judicial year, with the exception of 2021. The Speaker of India's lower house of the Parliament, Lok Sabha, Om Birla, pledges technical assistance to the Maldives to digitize its parliamentary resources. He made the pledge during a meeting with the Speaker of the Maldives Parliament, Abdurrahim Abdullah, as part of Abdurrahim's ongoing official visit. Speaker Abdurrahim Abdullah is currently undertaking an official visit to India at the invitation of the Speaker of Lok Sabha and the Chairman of the Upper House, Rajya Sabha. Speaker Abdurrahim visited the Lok Sabha as part of his visit, where he observed that the Indian Parliament's lower house adopted modern technology and resources as well as artificial intelligence to enhance their work. During the meeting with the Lok Sabha Speaker, Abdurrahim requested to assist the Maldives in creating a similar modern system for the Maldives Parliament. In response, Speaker Om Birla assured the Speaker of Indian assistance towards achieving the vision. He also pledged to provide training members of Parliament, staff at the Parliament Secretariat. At the meeting, Speaker Om Birla highlighted the long-standing close relations between India and Maldives and noted that the Maldives is an important partner in India's neighborhood first policy, as well as the security and growth for all in the region Sagar policy implemented to ensure maritime security. Speaker Abdurrahim is scheduled to meet with India's Vice President and Chairman of Rajya Sabha and other senior officials of the Indian government as part of this visit. The Speaker is accompanied by Member of Parliament for Bara constituency, Ibrahim Shuja, Member of Parliament for Hurdu constituency, Muhammad Shahid, Member of Parliament for Hura constituency, Dr. Anara Naim, Member of Parliament for Kendikurdu constituency, Muhammad Afu Hamid, Member of Parliament for Kela constituency, Abdullah Sharif, Member of Parliament for Hemwer North, Ahmad Aifan, Member of Parliament for Kudahuadu, Hussein Hamid, Member of Parliament for Gemanafushi constituency, Asadullah Shihab, Member of Parliament for Kurendu constituency, Shamin Habib. The Maldives and the United Arab Emirates UAE signed a renewal of the Memorandum of Understanding MOU on experience exchange on government development and modernization. The signing ceremony took place on the sideline of the World Government Summit 2025 held in Dubai, UAE. The Chief of Staff at the President's Office, Abdullah Fayaz, signed the agreement on behalf of the Maldives, while the Deputy Minister of Cabinet Affairs for Competitiveness and Knowledge Exchange, Abdullah Nasir Luta, signed on behalf of the UAE. This MOU aims to share and exchange the experiences of the UAE government to contribute to the development of the Maldives government's expertise and work systems under the UAE government's Experience Exchange Program, GEEP. The GEEP facilitates the participation of Maldives government officials in programs related to government development and modernization. Maldives has taken part in the UAE's GEEP for 3 years as part of an MOU signed between the two governments. This program is designed to support the development of Maldives government employees by focusing on key aspects of learning and innovation. A total of 4 training programs were conducted under GEEP, with 128 government personnel, including civil servants and senior government officials, participating in the program. The Minister of State for Defense, Muaz Halim, states that President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's vision is to enhance the capabilities of the Maldivian Army while assuring friendly nations of the security of the Indian Ocean. Speaking at the meeting of Defense Ministers meeting on the sidelines of the Aerospace Indian exhibition, Minister of State for Defense Muaz stressed the importance of strengthening defense ties. He stated that it is not only military threats that the country faces in today's changing world, but also threats such as cybersecurity and rapidly evolving warfare technologies. Muaz further emphasized that India and Maldives have strong relations. Noting the progress being made by India in the defense sector, Muaz acknowledged that India is a global leader in military innovations. Muaz also stated that the security of the Maldives is not only linked to the military readiness, but also includes maritime security and climate change protection and the prevention of global organized crime. He said that security and peace, national and regional security, has always been important to the Maldives. The state minister assured that the Maldivian government is also working to ensure the safety and security of the region, adding that the President Dr. Mohamed Moises' vision is to increase the military capabilities of the country. Central bank figures shows that the newly enacted Foreign Exchange Act, Forex Act, has provided a much-needed boost to Maldives' foreign currency reserve. The new law was designed to mitigate the ongoing foreign currency shortage in the Maldives. The new law, which mandates tourism facilities to exchange a portion of their foreign earnings through a local bank, was ratified by President Dr. Mohamed Moises in December. According to the figures shared by Maldives Monetary Authority (MMA), tourist establishments had exchanged over 50 million USD in the first month. MMA said over 90% of tourist resorts have complied with the new law. MMA said the country's official reserves have also improved, with a large amount of foreign currency being exchanged to local banks. In that regard, MMA said the official foreign reserve by the end of January was at 708.1 million USD, which is a 5% increase from the previous month. The central bank added that the country had also recorded a 12% increase in tax and other revenue during the period. The Wall Street Journal reports that a consortium of investors led by billionaire Elon Musk is offering 97.4 billion USD to buy the non-profit that controls artificial intelligence startup OpenAI.
Musk's attorney Mark Tovarov said he submitted the bid to OpenAI's board on Monday, according to the report.
One of the reasons for this trip was to get to talk to leaders around the world about what we think needs to happen globally. I came into the trip very, I don't know about pessimistic, but skeptical that it was going to be possible in the short term to get global cooperation that would meaningfully reduce existential risk. I now am wrapping up the trip feeling quite optimistic we can get it done, so that's like a hugely positive development.
The WSJ cited Musk as saying in a statement provided by Tovarov, it's a time for OpenAI to return to the open source, safety-focused force for good it once was. OpenAI did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment.
Chief Secretary Eric Chan says that Hong Kong will file a complaint on recent U.S. tariffs imposed on the city to the World Trade Organization, claiming the U.S. has completely ignored the city's status as a separate customs territory.
China ruled city's number 2 official told reporters that the U.S. policy is inconsistent with the WTO rules, as they have totally disregarded the fact that Hong Kong is a separate customs territory.
And regarding the U.S. the tariffs on Hong Kong, I think this is absolutely inconsistent with the WTO, the rules. Of course, and also they have to totally disregard that Hong Kong is a separate customs territory. And we have, and we will file a complaint with the WTO regarding this unreasonable arrangement.
Chan was responding to a U.S. decision to impose 10% tariffs on goods from the Asian financial hub as U.S. President Donald Trump targets Chinese imports. The U.S. Postal Service last week suspended all inbound mail and packages from China and Hong Kong, then reversed that decision soon afterwards. The move to stop accepting parcels from China and Hong Kong had caused chaos and confusion among retailers and express shipping firms over how to deal with the U.S. tariffs.
U.S. President Donald Trump says Palestinians would not have the right of return to the Gaza Strip under his proposal to redevelop the enclave, contradicting his own officials who had suggested Gazans would only be relocated temporarily.
In an excerpt of an interview with Fox News channel's Barrett Bayer, Trump added that he thought he could make a deal with Jordan and Egypt to take the displaced Palestinians, saying the U.S. gives the two countries billions and billions of dollars a year.
We'll build beautiful communities for the 1.9 million people. We'll build beautiful communities, safe communities. Could be 5, 6, could be 2, but we'll build safe communities a little bit away from where they are, where all of this danger is. In the meantime, I would own this. Think of it as a real estate development for the future. It would be a beautiful piece of land.
Would the Palestinians have the right to return?
No, they wouldn't, because they're going to have much better housing, much better. In other words, I'm talking about building a permanent place for them, because if they have to return now, it'll be years before you could ever. It's not habitable. It will be years before it could happen. I'm talking about starting to build, and I think I could make a deal with Jordan. I think I could make a deal with Egypt. You know, we give them billions and billions of dollars a year.
In a shock announcement on February 4th, after meeting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington, Trump proposed resettling Gaza's 2.2 million Palestinians and the U.S. taking control of the seaside enclave, redeveloping it into a Riviera of the Middle East.
Reigning champions Wout Alleman and Rosa van Doorn defends their titles in the Mediterranean Epic 2025, securing a double win for Buff Megamo.
Belgium's Alleman and European marathon champion from 2023 won 3 out of the 4 stages, only losing out to 2024 Paris Olympian Charlie Aldridge from Great Britain in the final stage. Aldridge finished second overall, while Norway's Eskil Evensen Lee came third. For Van Doorn of the Netherlands, however, the current European marathon champion completed a perfect race, winning all 4 stages.
Yeah, it was a super close race. I mean, I have like only 25 seconds advantage, I think, after 4 days of racing, so it's crazy how close it was this week. Super intensive, super nice trails. I enjoyed a lot, but also suffered a lot. So yeah, happy.
Switzerland's Janina West and Crystal Bowman completed the women's podium in second and third, respectively. Beginning on Thursday, the 4-day race staged in Spain's Castellon region, so 700 mountain bikers from 32 different countries battled it out across 230 kilometers.
Hosts China wins 6 of the 7 gold medals up for grabs on day 3 of the Asian Winter Games. In speed skating, Gao Tingyu won the men's 500-meter before helping teammates Lian Siwen and Ning Zhongyang to another gold in the team sprint. China also swept the women's 3,000-meter podium with Yang Binyu taking gold ahead of silver medalist Han Mei and Tai Jian, who claimed bronze. At the Yabuli Ski Resort, China added 2 big air snowboarding golds. Xiang Shiri won the women's event ahead of a compatriot Zhang Xiaonan, who finished runner-up, while Yang Wenlong and Jiang Xinjie took the men's gold and silver, respectively. In the freestyle skiing mixed team areas, Xu Mengtao, Li Xingpeng and Qi Guangpo
combined to top the podium ahead of silver medalists Kazakhstan and Japan, who took bronze. Japan's Haruki Yamashita won the only other gold on offer on Monday in the men's cross-country skiing 10 kilometers freestyle. Yamashita, who joined on the podium for his compatriot Takasuku Udu, who took silver, and bronze medalist Ulghaz Klim of Kazakhstan.
Google Maps changes the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America for American users after US President Donald Trump signed a Gulf of America Day proclamation.
Trump ordered the name changes as part of a flurry of executive actions, hours after taking office, making good on a campaign promise. While Trump can direct the U.S. Geological Survey to change how it denotes the Gulf of Mexico, such a name change would be unlikely to be recognized internationally. Google Maps said it will change the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America once it is officially updated in the U.S. geographical name system. The change will be visible in the U.S., but it will remain Gulf of Mexico in Mexico. Outside of two countries, users will see both names.
That concludes news for now. Thank you for watching PSM News. Have a good day.
رئيس الجمهورية أوفيها